So, have you ever let an AI write a massive block of code, only to find yourself spending like 3 hours debugging it? Yeah, we've all been there. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're bridging the gap between simply using AI and truly mastering it. We're going to set the stage for transforming how you interact with AI coding assistants. We want to take you from a casual user to a full-blown Claude Code master. We're drawing on some fantastic source material that breaks down the absolute best practices for integrating Claude right into your workflow, all while keeping your code quality absolutely stellar.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've got a great roadmap today. We're going to cover the AI developer philosophy, the 100% verification rule, mastering context hygiene, power user shortcuts, and finally, we'll look at the future of web developers.
Section 1. The AI developer philosophy. This is all about the mindset shift required to really leverage AI effectively.
Our sources provide this absolutely perfect analogy for framing our mindset. They say, think of Claude not as some omniscient senior architect, but more like a junior or maybe a mid-level developer working right alongside you. Now, think about what it actually means to work with someone at that level. I mean, they're eager, they're super fast, they can churn out a ton of code. But you wouldn't just take their raw work and push it straight to production without even glancing at it, right? No way. You mentor them, you guide them, and crucially, you review their work. That is exactly the dynamic we need to establish with Claude Code. You know, there is a massive misconception floating around the industry right now. It's this myth that AI is just going to completely replace the developer. But the reality? It's simply an incredibly powerful tool that's sitting there waiting for your clear, expert instructions. It's there to assist you, not to completely hijack the steering wheel. Ultimately, it's your expertise, your brain, that guides the AI to produce something that's actually useful.
Moving on to Section 2, the 100% verification rule. Always check the code. This is all about continuous human oversight.
So, the crucial point here is building this really vital habit loop. First, the AI writes the code, which saves you a ton of time typing. But step 2 is where you really earn your keep. You, the developer, have to check the weeds. You literally have to get in there and manually verify the logic. And why is that? Well, that brings us to step 3. The developer must understand the code base. The source material really hammers this home. Checking the code yourself keeps you securely in the loop. Because if you don't know how all the pieces fit together, you're going to be in major trouble down the road when it's time for manual debugging and long-term maintenance. Now, I really want you to take this warning seriously. If you just blindly accept whatever the AI spits out, you're falling into a massive trap of over-reliance. As our sources point out, this directly leads to lazy programming. Think about it. If you rely on AI for every single tiny problem, you aren't just failing to learn new things, you actually risk forgetting the skills you already have through sheer atrophy. Before you know it, you'll be asking the AI how to center a div. Your coding muscles need regular exercise, guys, so please do not let the AI do all the heavy lifting.
Section 3. Mastering context hygiene. Keep memory lean. Let's look at the daily tactical habits for managing the AI's memory.
Honestly, if you take away just one practical habit from this explainer today, let it be context hygiene. This just means keeping your prompts lean and making sure to clear the context between new tasks. You really shouldn't just bombard the model with unnecessary information about the whole universe. You want to be smart, focused, and concise. When the context history gets way too long, the AI model suffers from what's called context bloat. That basically dilutes its instructions and it starts hallucinating or totally losing track of the actual problem you're trying to solve. So, here is your absolute golden rule of thumb, directly from the source material. Clear the context and start over for every single new feature or task. Just do it. Don't be afraid to wipe the slate completely clean. It keeps the model tightly focused and on track. It makes it act like a sharp, totally refreshed assistant, rather than one that's just drowning in yesterday's messy notes. All right, Section 4, Power User Shortcuts. Work faster. Time to inject a little speed into our workflow. Now, what's really interesting about this is how much time these rapid-fire commands can actually save you. Let's run through them. Just use your up and down arrows to quickly cycle through your previous prompts. That is perfect if you just need to run a quick variation of something you asked 2 minutes ago. Hit Escape to instantly clear the chat or back out of command windows. Need to run terminal commands? Just hit the question mark to access bash mode and view your shortcuts menu. The / gives you super quick access to your tools, and finally, the exclamation point lets you memorize important context directly into your claude.md file, which is basically your project's dedicated AI memory bank. I really want to single out one specific shortcut here because it perfectly complements our lesson on context hygiene, the double escape. This is, hands down, the ultimate undo button. Say the AI goes down a total rabbit hole and starts generating just garbage code. You don't want to just tell it to fix it because then that bad code is stuck in its memory context forever. Instead, you hit double escape. Bam! It takes you right back to a previous point in the chat and completely wipes out all the messy history that happened after it. It is literally a game changer for keeping your session clean.
Section 5. The future of web developers. Embrace the landscape. Let's zoom out and look at the macro-level view of the industry.
It is the burning question that's causing so much anxiety right now. Will AI completely replace web developers? A lot of people out there seem to think so. But according to our sources, the answer is a very resounding no. Well, at least not yet, and definitely not in the way people fear. The landscape is absolutely shifting. But guys, it's not a dead end.
And this brilliantly illustrates how AI is actually creating a massive wave of new, super specialized opportunities. Think about it. We aren't just building basic websites anymore. We're looking at entirely new AI-driven specializations, things like Model Context Protocol or MCP servers, which standardize how AI connects to our external tools. We need people to craft custom AI agents and build complex integrations. We need developers specifically building sites and APIs designed for AI usage with a massive new focus on AI security. These are entirely new frontiers that desperately need skilled developers to chart them.
And let's not forget about all the systems being built right this second, because we're about to see a massive wave of applications built almost entirely by AI. There is going to be a huge, maybe even unprecedented call for coders who can actually go into the weeds and manually work on the code. Think about it. When an AI-generated app completely breaks, the AI might not even be able to fix its own spaghetti code. It's going to require a human who truly understands the foundational mechanics to step in, manually debug things, and untangle that mess. So, far from being some obsolete skill, learning to code is arguably more important now than it ever was before. Yes, the tools have evolved. Yes, the speed has dramatically increased. But it's your foundational understanding of logic, of architecture, and manual verification that's gonna set you apart from someone who just knows how to type a prompt into a chat box. Keep your skills sharp, manage your AI responsibly, and you'll be building the future, not replaced by it. So, with these incredible tools now sitting right at your fingertips, what kind of amazing system are you going to build next? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.